Okay, we're going to go through now taking a sample that's been recorded, trimming it and saving it as a new file. Shredder Raw is a file that I've recorded on the Ediroll portable recorder. This, by the way, is the portable recorder itself. There are 3 files in there at the moment, and I just dragged one of those onto the desktop Shredder Raw that we can use. I'll play it for you now. So it's basically a shredder, a paper shredder. It's been recorded a couple of different positions with the microphone inside the shredder body, outside, that kind of stuff. So there's a variety. That's the kind of thing that I would encourage you guys to do when you're recording. Always try different positions of the mics, see what comes up, because we can go and edit these after. So I'm going to use on the Mac Soundtrack Pro, primarily because it comes free with Logic. It's actually a very nicely featured audio editor. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to come up here and we're going to open the audio file on the desktop Shredder Raw. Here it is. You can see the whole waveform, and I can trigger this at any point by clicking here. So I'll play. Yeah, it's really handy that you can go scanning through here, but this is what all the wave editors do anyway. Look, you can hear someone speaking in the background as well. Different positions inside the actual body of the case that holds the shredder, and also things like that. I mean, I like to record things like that where I'm just kind of leaving it running. I'm not even turning it off. This is kind of noise that's coming just from hitting the actual case. I mean, that's wicked percussion stuff there, if that's the kind of thing that you wanted to create. Nice drum sound. Very good. So you can see, you know, there's a whole world of possibilities just from these samples, and I'll be including this complete raw sample for you to actually get in there and start editing and playing around with yourselves. Just going to come to the beginning, and I'm going to focus on the first recording that I've got here. Just going to zoom out a little bit, and what we've got is the actual switch being turned on at the beginning. I'm going to propose we go a bit after that, so I'm going to put the cursor here, and this could be like a kind of robot arm kind of flavour. We could pitch it up or down, kind of thing that you might have heard in Robocop, for example, you know, the Ed 209, the way that I was walking. And we're going to take this and create a new file from it. So I'm going to select, and I'm going to take File, come up to New, and go File from Selection. So we're going to get a brand new file here, and you can see now it's been cropped. We've got basically everything that was within that selection. Let's have a listen. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to fade the end here. You've got a little fade out button here that I've put on. If you didn't see that, you would go out to Process and you would go Fade Out. You know, with the other editors on Wavelab, on SoundForge, on Audacity, they've all got exactly the same kind of functionality. So we're going to fade out, and I'm going to come back to the beginning. I'm going to add a small fade here. So I'm going to do Fade In, and let's have a listen, see how that is. So perfect. What I'm going to do is save everything that I've done here. With different editors, the save process is slightly different, so I'd suggest checking out your manuals for that. But on this, on Soundtrack Pro, what I need to do is to take everything that I've done, you know, the selection, the fade out and fade in, and we're going to turn that into a new file that's going to be including everything. So if I say here, flatten all actions, it's taken everything that I did, put it into the sample, and I can go here now, File, Save, and give it a name. So I'm going to say here robot arm, and make sure that it's a WAV file, of course, or an AIF file. It's up to you which ones you're going to do. So just select AIF. This is a 24-bit file, so we should keep it at 24-bit. There's no point in changing that at the moment. Sample rate 44,100. Let's click on Save, and then we have a brand new file that we can use. So I'm going to quit Soundtrack Pro. Let's have a look. Robot arm. It's just been given the icon here because we used Soundtrack Pro. So I'm going to play that. There we go. So the approach is exactly the same with the other platforms. You bring in the sample, you trim it, apply a fade in and fade out, and then it's ready for the next stage.